Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to invite you into a deeper conversation, not with me, but with yourself. I want you to pause just for a moment and ask yourself one simple question: what kind of thoughts have I been allowing to shape my life? Because here's the truth: what you think about consistently, you become. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they are seeds. And every seed you water grows into something real, into habits, into behavior, into your identity. Too often we walk through life unaware of the silent war happening inside our minds. We think it's just stress, we think it's just a bad day, but beneath the surface, many of us are battling thoughts that have been planted by fear, by failure, by rejection, by pain, and they've gone unchecked for far too long. And if we don't confront them, they begin to shape our self-worth, our decisions, and ultimately our future. But I'm here to remind you that you are not powerless, you are not trapped. You are not your trauma, you are not your fear, you are the master of your mind. And today we begin the journey of taking that power back. This message is not about pretending life is perfect. It's not about toxic positivity or ignoring pain. It's about learning how to take control of your inner world so that the outside world no longer controls you. It's about recognizing the lies you've been believing for far too long and replacing them with truth, strength, and clarity, because when you win the battle in your mind, you change your entire life. This isn't theory, this is real. And this message is for anyone who has ever looked in a mirror and questioned their worth. For anyone who has laid awake at night battling thoughts that say, "You're not enough." For anyone who's tired of feeling stuck, tired of feeling anxious, tired of letting fear write the story of their life. You deserve peace. You deserve power. You deserve to wake up with clarity and move through life with confidence. And that starts not with the world around you, but with the thoughts inside you. So, over the next few moments, I'm going to walk you through a process, a three-part journey to recognize, rewire, and protect your mind. We're going to expose the negative patterns that have held you back. We're going to replace them with intentional thoughts that empower you. And we're going to build the discipline to maintain your peace no matter what life throws your way. This is your invitation to stop surviving and start thriving. This is your wake-up call to stop letting thoughts of fear, doubt, and insecurity define your life. This is your time. Let's begin. Recognize and reclaim your mind. Let me tell you something powerful today. You are not your negative thoughts. Read that again. You are not your negative thoughts. You are the one who hears them, not the one who creates them. That voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. That's not your truth. That's your fear. That's your doubt. That's your pain trying to speak louder than your purpose. But here's the good news. You don't have to believe everything you think. See, negative thoughts are like uninvited guests. They show up when you're tired, when you're stressed, when life has knocked you down a few times. And if you're not careful, they start to live in your mind rent-free. They whisper lies that slowly drain your confidence, poison your peace, and sabotage your future. So how do you stop them? How do you remove them? Step one is awareness. You got to catch them in the act. You have to become a witness to your thoughts, not a prisoner to them. When you hear that voice say, "You're going to fail again," pause, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this voice lifting me up or tearing me down? Is this thought helping me grow or is it keeping me stuck? Once you shine a light on negativity, you disarm its power. You see, most negative thoughts are not truths. They're just mental habits, patterns formed by past experiences, rejections, criticism, and fear. Maybe someone once told you that you weren't good enough. Maybe you tried and failed and now that memory plays on a loop. But just because a thought feels familiar doesn't mean it's true. This is where your power begins. You get to choose what stays in your mind. Imagine your mind as a house. If a guest walks in tracking mud and breaking furniture, would you let them stay? No, you'd show them the door. So why let destructive thoughts take up space in your mental home? From today forward, stop renting space in your mind to negativity. Start reclaiming control by replacing those destructive thoughts with constructive truths. Instead of saying, "I'll never be enough," say, "I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm becoming." Instead of, "I always fail," say, "Every failure is a step toward success." And no, it's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing thoughts that align with your purpose, your healing, and your future. You don't need to be perfect to think positively. You just need to be intentional. You've got the power to change the channel in your mind. And once you do, your whole world starts to shift. This is just the beginning. The moment you recognize your negative thoughts and reclaim your authority over them, you start the journey of transformation. You don't have to live with mental clutter. You can clear it. You can change it. You can own your mind again. Rewire your mind with intention. Now that you've recognized the negative thoughts that try to take over your mind, it's time to do something even more powerful. Rewire your mind. You see, it's not enough to just remove negative thoughts. You have to replace them. Your mind doesn't stay empty. It needs something to focus on. And if you don't fill it with positivity, purpose, and peace, negativity will find its way back in. Let me make something clear. Rewiring your mind is a daily discipline, not a one-time fix. Just like your body needs consistent exercise to stay strong, your mind needs consistent training to stay clear. This is where the real transformation begins. You must speak life into yourself on purpose. Start by changing your inner language. Pay close attention to the way you talk to yourself. Are you your own worst critic? Are you feeding your fears instead of fueling your faith? The words you say to yourself matter. They are seeds, and your mind is the soil. Plant bitterness, and bitterness grows. Plant hope, and watch how peace begins to take root. Create affirmations that reflect who you want to become, not who your past says you are. Say things like, I am in control of my thoughts. My mind is clear, focused, and positive. I release fear and embrace strength. These may sound simple, but spoken daily with belief, they reprogram the way you think. They challenge the old beliefs that have held you back. They disrupt the lies that say you're stuck. And little by little, they build a new mindset. A mindset that supports your success. Also, pay attention to what you feed your mind. Your environment plays a major role in your mental state. If you're constantly surrounded by drama, negativity, toxic conversations, or content that tears others down, don't be surprised when your thoughts start reflecting the same. What goes in must come out, so protect your mind like you would protect a valuable treasure. Because it is. Read books that inspire you. Listen to uplifting podcasts. Watch videos that speak to your potential. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking in a healthy way. People who believe in you, even when you're struggling to believe in yourself. And here's the thing. You're going to have bad days. We all do. But the difference is, you won't stay there. When your mind is trained to recognize negativity and replace it with truth, even the hardest moments won't break you. They build you. Rewiring your mind doesn't mean you'll never face fear or doubt again. It means that when they come knocking, you won't let them move in. You'll answer with confidence, with faith, with a new voice that says, I've come too far to go back now. This is your new mindset. And it's built one thought at a time. Protect your peace and practice mental discipline. You've recognized the negative thoughts. You've started the powerful process of rewiring your mind. Now comes the third and final part of this journey, protecting your peace and practicing mental discipline. See, your mind is like a garden, and now that you've planted positive seeds, it's your responsibility to protect what you're growing. That means guarding your thoughts from the outside influences that want to sneak back in and steal your joy, your focus, and your strength. Let's be real. Life doesn't stop throwing challenges at you just because you've chosen to think differently. People will still disappoint you, circumstances will still shake you, setbacks will still come. But here's the difference. Now you've got the tools to respond, not react. Mental discipline is choosing the right response even when the wrong one is easier. It means waking up and deciding, today I choose peace, even when everything around you is chaotic, even when someone tries to provoke you, even when your past starts whispering lies again. You have the power to choose a better thought. And that power comes from daily practices that keep your mind strong. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be consistent. Start your mornings with intention. Before the world gets loud, get quiet, meditate, reflect, journal, pray, read something uplifting. These practices aren't just routines, they're reinforcements. They build a wall of strength around your peace. And throughout the day, stay aware when you notice your thoughts slipping back into old patterns. Pause, interrupt the spiral, don't judge yourself, don't beat yourself up, just gently bring your mind back to the present, back to truth, back to power. Here's a powerful truth to hold on to. You are the gatekeeper of your mind. Not every thought deserves access. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every emotion deserves a reaction. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. To remain calm, centered, and unshaken. Also, be mindful of your energy. If you're constantly drained, overwhelmed, and overstimulated, it becomes much harder to control your thoughts. So protect your boundaries. Say no when you need to. Disconnect from people or platforms that bring more anxiety than inspiration. Choose environments that feed your growth. And finally, give yourself grace. Removing negative thoughts isn't about becoming some flawless, always positive version of yourself. It's about becoming aware, intentional, and resilient. You'll have moments of doubt. You'll have days where your mind feels heavy. But now you know you're not powerless. You're in control. You're growing. You're becoming stronger every single day. So protect your peace like it's gold. Practice mental discipline like your future depends on it, because it does. And remember this, the more you train your mind to see the light, the less power the darkness will have. You have everything you need inside you. This is your time to rise. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just walked through one of the most powerful journeys you can ever take, the journey within. We've talked about recognizing your negative thoughts, rewiring your mind with purpose, and protecting your peace with discipline. And if you're still here, it means you're ready to take control. You're ready to stop living by default and start living by design. Let this truth sink in. Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever own. And like any powerful tool, it must be trained, sharpened, and protected. You don't get a strong mind by chance. You get it through choice. Daily choices. Moment by moment, decisions to challenge old patterns and replace them with thoughts that align with the life you truly want to live. And that's what this is really about. It's not just about thinking positively for the sake of being happy. It's about building a life that reflects your highest potential. It's about choosing thoughts that serve your future, not sabotage it. It's about creating a mindset that can stand strong in the storm and stay grounded in chaos. You don't have to accept every thought that enters your mind. You can challenge it, question it, replace it, and more importantly, you can choose which ones get to stay. You are the gatekeeper. You decide. And yes, you're going to have days where doubt creeps in. You'll face setbacks, disappointments, and moments where the old voices get loud again. But now you know they don't have the final say. You do. You're no longer just reacting to life, you're responding with purpose. You're no longer letting your mind wander aimlessly. You're leading it with intention. And you're no longer believing that peace and power are out of your reach. You're creating them from the inside out. So I challenge you today. Don't let this be just another motivational message. Let it be a turning point. Let it be the moment you decided to take your mind back. To fight for your peace, to rise above the noise, to stop letting your past define your present, and start letting your vision shape your future. Your thoughts create your reality, your beliefs shape your behavior, and your mindset determines your destiny. So protect it like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Train it like your life depends on it, because it does. You have the power to break cycles. You have the power to create change. You have the power to rewrite your story, starting right now. And when it gets hard, when your mind starts to doubt, remind yourself of this truth. I am not my fear, I am not my past, I am not my pain. I am powerful, I am intentional, I am in control of my mind. And because of that, I am unstoppable. Now go, live like it, think like it, become it. This is your time. This is your moment. Own your mind, and the rest will follow.